Say Selenium class 23, Introduction to Selenium WebDriver. First chapter index, first one, Introduction to Selenium, Introduction to Selenium WebDriver. It is one of the component of Selenium, important component of Selenium. Otherwise, you can say one of the important or most powerful tool in Selenium Suite. Next, Selenium WebDriver environment setup. Selenium, just a minute. Selenium WebDriver environment setup. Next, third one, verify the environment. Verify means by write and execute first Selenium test case, you can verify this one. Write first Selenium test case, first Selenium test case. Okay, this is the chapter index. Next, come to the yesterday, means last class, last topic pending. Encapsulation, we already discussed. We have 4 fundamentals of OOPS. One is inheritance, next polymorphism, next abstraction, last one encapsulation. And one more thing, it is one small topic of Java. In our test automation, no use, but for software development, it is required. It is used in software development, software application development. Okay, feature is there, I will explain. It takes nearly 5 to 10 minutes. Concentrate. Observe Sirisha. Guide me, Sirisha. Encapsulation. Sirisha, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, come. It is a process of wrapping code and data into a single unit. Usually developers use this feature. Okay, it is a process of wrapping code and data into a single unit. General example, capsule, mixer of several medicines. Next point, encapsulation is the technique making the fields in a class private and providing access via public methods. Actually, private fields, variables, etc. Private fields can't be accessed from other classes. Using this encapsulation feature, using public methods, we can provide that access. Security point of view, Java developers use this feature. Next, it provides control over the data by providing setter and getter methods. We can make a class read only or write only. I will show the example. Concentrate. It is a process. Observe, Sirisha. It is a process. It is a process of wrapping code and data into a single unit. Next, I will show general example. I will explain general example. Capsule, medical example. Capsule. Capsule is mixture of several medicines, not single medicine. Several medicines. Okay. Next, encapsulation. Just a minute. Encapsulation is the technique making the fields in a class private, making the fields in a class private and providing
Access to
and
public
providing
methods.
access. This is the primary purpose of encapsulation, and providing access via
Public methods.
public methods. Public methods. Okay. Next, advantage of encapsulation. It provides for developers. Okay. It provides control over the data, control over the data. Next, by providing getter and setter. See, method names, generic names, getter, setter. But you can use your own names, uh, but try to use generic method names only. Code can be easily understood. Okay.
Yes,
By
sir.
providing setter and getter methods, we can make a class read only or write only. Observe, Sirisha. I will show an example. This is simple topic. After this example, you will get more clarity. First, launch Eclipse IDE. Just a minute. Eclipse IDE launching. Okay, just a minute. First, I am removing these two classes. Create a class, new class. Suppose class name class 1, generate main method. What is the problem? Just a minute. Just a minute. Encapsulation, one of the fundamentals of OOPS, object oriented programming system. Class, suppose class 1, generate main method. Okay. Whenever you face this type of problems, you just restart the Eclipse IDE, then you may get. Okay.
Yes, sir.
First, define methods. Defining methods outside of the main method. Suppose I am going to define two methods. Observe Srisha, two methods. Public, suppose return type string, method name, blank parenthesis. Oh, sorry, getter name, getter method. I'm using this get name. Before this, I'm going to declare one private variable. Observe Srisha, private variable can be accessed within the class only, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
If it is static variable or other variable, only within the class. Why?
Within the class.
Okay.
Because
Static variable means class level variable. It can be accessed for entire class, but only this class, not other classes. Suppose instance variable also, only this class. Suppose I'm going to use instance variable. Suppose private string and variable name equal to test automation semicolon. See, this is instance variable, or you can say regular variable. This can be used within the class only, not outside of the class. Why? It is private. Okay. It can't be reused. But why are these public methods we are going to provide access? Just observe. Suppose just single statement return name semicolon. Next, write one setter method. Suppose public string set name. Any meaningful method name you can use. String name, open curly braces. Next, just name equal to new. This is void method. Remove this one. Means it returns nothing.
public void.
Name equal to new name. Okay. Clarity purpose, I'm changing this one. Still problem. Capital letter. Observe Srisha, we created two methods, one variable also. Now, these are not static methods, non-static methods only. Why? We didn't use static keyword. How to access or call non-static methods? How to call non-static methods? By creating object. Guide me, Sirisha. Create object first, then access. Class name, class 1. Object name, suppose obj equal to new class 1, open and close parenthesis, semicolon. Next, try to access. Suppose if you want to print directly. Yes, otherwise returning the value which one? First method, get method returning the value. Just a minute. This is get name method. What type of value? String type. Suppose string A equal to obj dot what is that one? Type G, select get name, semicolon. Just a minute, spell mistake. Next, try to display this one, SYSO, control space enter, A. What is the output, Sirisha? What is the output? Observe this get name. What is the functionality of this get name? It returns name. What is name?
Name, sir.
What is name? Why you are thinking?
Test automation,
automation.
sir. Yeah.
Test automation. Not only in calculations, we can use variables directly in methods. No issue. Next, try to run the code. Try to run the code. Test automation. Observe Srisha. Suppose if you want to set the new name. If you want to set the new name. Okay na? Anyhow, setter method is void method. Observe Srisha.
Yes, sir.
obj dot type as set name. Suppose I am passing the name value Selenium testing. Now get the name. Just repeat these two statements. Tell me the output, Sirisha. Now suppose again this variable declaration not required. What is the output?
Selenium testing, sir.
Selenium testing. We can set the new name, otherwise it will get, if you use just getter method, it will get the field value.
Name. Yes.
Observe, try to run the program. Selenium testing. Okay. Here spell mistake.
Yeah, we have given that. Yes, sir.
Run the program once again. Test automation, Selenium testing. Okay na, Smriti Pandey? Any confusion, Smriti Pandey?
No, sir, I'm good. Thank you.
Welcome. Next, I will create one more class. Observe Srisha.
Sir? Can you please explain me the get name, and I didn't understand, sir, this one.
Which one? Where? This is method. Get name is method. Get name is
What
method. What is the method functionality? Return name. What is the name value? What is the name
Test
value?
automation.
Test automation.
Test
That's why that it is displaying. Then what is the problem?
Okay.
Already I told, variables can be used directly in methods, not only in calculations, not only in operations. What is the problem?
So, if we are changing the, can you please the line 18th, right? The set name obj
Yes,
dot set
I'm
name.
using another method. I'm
Okay.
using another method. What is the method purpose? String new name. New name.
Okay.
We are setting that. We are setting that method. This is setter method type. Setting the name. That's why it is capturing that name. This get name method capturing that name. Okay. Instead of avoid, just a minute. Observe. This is argument na, Preeti.
Yes, sir.
New name. we will pass the value while calling that method. Okay, what I told, name equal to new name na.
Yes, sir.
So first it reads
Okay.
new name Selenium testing. It will enter that value to name. Then it will take name. Again, if you use this get method, it will take name. Then what is the problem?
Okay, sir.
Say,
Sir, even I have the same question, sir. Like get name, as you told last previous to this, sir, you told you will be using getter and setter, sir. So we just wanted to know the get name is just a method name or it has any other functionality, one, sir.
Other
Because
functionality?
It is just like no, sir. We have here called as get name, sir.
Get
so
name
it is just a method.
Name.
Just a method name. That's it.
Yes.
Or you can use even ABCD also.
Yes, ABCD also.
Published.
No issue. Just a minute. Okay. ABC. Next. See, already I told. You joined late. Already I told.
No, sir.
These are getter and setter methods, generic names, but you can use any meaningful name. No issue. But generic names is getter, setter. Suppose XYZ. XYZ. Just a minute. ABC. Next. XYZ. Next. ABC. Run the program. What is the problem, Vijay?
Sir, first time it is for a non-static method. For the method 1,
forget about non-static or static. That is not the criteria here.
Okay, sir. It is displaying as test automation.
Yes.
But for the second time,
we are calling just ABC method. That's why it is showing test automation. Why? What is the functionality of ABC? Just return name.
It is already defined.
What is the name?
It is already
name is test automation. Next, in second second case, what we are discussing, this one. First, we are accessing Selenium testing. What is the functionality of XYZ method? XYZ method. Take the argument and pass that argument to name. Anyhow, variables take latest values. Now, after this one, if you call this first method, getter method, then it will display this latest value. Then what is the problem?
Okay.
What is the problem, Preeti Joshi? You tell me.
No, sir, I'm good. Thank you.
Welcome. Observe Bhairappa. Don't confuse. Observe. Anyhow, we don't use this feature in Selenium test automation. Developers, Java developers use this feature for security point of view. Observe Bhairappa. Just calling ABC method. What is the functionality of ABC method?
Return name.
Return name. What is name value as per this class?
Already defined, sir.
Test automation. Is it okay? First output okay?
Yes, sir. Correct, sir.
Okay. Second output. First I am calling XYZ. Forget about static method or non-static method or method with returns value or with returns nothing. I am calling XYZ. What is the functionality of XYZ? What is the functionality? It takes arguments. It takes arguments by the user and assigns the value to name variable.
Name variable.
Now name variable value is Selenium testing. Variables take latest values. Okay. After that, I am calling ABC method. What is the purpose of ABC? Return name. What is the name value, latest value?
Now it is
Selenium
changed,
testing, it is displaying. Then any problem?
okay, that is what confusing, sir, because since you use both the time same no, sir, so that was
No.
confusing,
See,
sir. So that's why
remember,
we asked,
in
sir.
computer programming, variables take latest values. Variable values may vary throughout the execution, but constants never change. That is different. Variable,
Okay,
it varies throughout the execution. It may vary, may not vary. That is different. Variables take latest values. Any problem?
sir. Sir,
Ah,
last finally, sir,
ah,
can you come down, sir?
ah,
Go to 20th line,
ah,
and if you plus enter in the 21st line,
ah.
and can you define again once again, sir, like anything like Java programming, then again it will change to different, again latest output, sir.
Yes, latest output. Just a minute. Just a minute. Run the program. What is the problem, Bhairappa?
Okay, sir.
Okay, na,
Okay.
Sirisha? Any confusion?
Got it, sir. Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Sirisha, say you can use any method names, but generic names are getter and setter methods. Okay, you try to use meaningful names. Otherwise, you can use A, B, C, D, X, Y, Z also. I'm going to use get name for getter method. Next, set name for setter method. Just a minute. This first one is get name. Second one is set name. Again, I'm calling get name. Okay. One more curly braces. Run the program. Okay. Guide me, Sirisha. Create one new class, Sirisha. Vijaya is there? No Vijaya. Okay. Create new class, class 2. New class 2, generate the main method. Okay. Observe, Sirisha. I want to call, or I want to reuse methods from first class. I want to reuse methods from first class. Methods are not private. Methods are public only. Already I told. We access private fields via public methods. Just a minute. Inherit class 2 and class 1, Sirisha. Inherit.
Public class 2
Inherit
extends
class
one.
2 extends.
Extend class
Just a
1.
minute. Class 2 extends class 1. Okay. Next, create object Sirisha in this second class, child class, and access methods,
Class
public
2
methods from parent class. Class 2, suppose
object
obj2 equals
equal
to new
class 2
class 2, open and close. Just a minute. Open and close curly braces, semicolon. Next, and one more thing, you observe, Bhairappa. Here you cannot access this value directly, Bhairappa. Which value? Name field. I want to access name field, Bhairappa. Can we access?
Okay, sir.
Can we access without encapsulation?
No, sir.
Why? This is private field.
Because it is private.
Private. If it is public.
Only for that class.
Yeah, if it is public, you can easily access. Anyhow, you are using inheritance, reusing concept. Okay. But it is private field. But I want to access this one. I want to access this one. How to access this one? Via public methods.
Encapsulation.
Via public methods. Get that one. What is the first public method? Suppose obj2 dot get name semicolon. Run the program. Oh, it returns value na. Suppose string str equal to so control space enter str. Run the program. Observe, Bhairappa. Test automation. What is test automation, Bhairappa? It is name field in the parent class. What about the name field? It is private field. It can't be accessed everywhere. Only within the class. But I am accessing from another class. Okay, child class, another class only. How? Using public methods. This get method is public method. This concept is encapsulation. Accessing private fields via public methods. Any problem, Sirisha?
No, sir.
Now set the new value, Sirisha. Suppose I don't want that value. Suppose I want new value for name. New value for name. Set the value. See, if you use just getter only, read only. Suppose I want to write also. I want to define new name. You can. Tell me.
obj2
obj2 dot
set name.
Set name. Suppose Selenium, comma. You can use words in strings, not only single word. Java and test ng. Next, set already you can use same string str, otherwise you can define new string str2. Already data type specified, just use str equal to obj dot obj2 dot get name next syso control space str. Observe, Bhairappa, 8th line str. What is the value of str?
Selenium, Java, and test ng.
8th line. I am asking 8th line concept.
8th line, sir. Test automation, sir.
Test automation. But 12th line, we are using new line and new value in 10th line na. Already I told na. Remember that general point. Variables take
latest variable.
Latest values.
Values, sir. Latest
values. Okay. Observe Preeti Joshi. Any confusion, Preeti Joshi? Are you following?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Observe. Run the pro. Run test automation. First value. Just getting the name. Next setting and getting. Set and get. Selenium Java and TestNG. Jyotirmai, confirm Jyotirmai. Class 1. Not getting Jyotirmai. I think your problem from your side. I think voice device. Okay. You try to rectify that problem at least by tomorrow. What's the problem, Bhairappa? Hello? Vijay?
No, sir, no problem, sir.
Okay, cool.
I did not say anything, sir.
Okay, cool. Jyotirmai problem. Okay, cool, Vijay, cool. Now come Smriti Pandey. So far we discussed Java,
Yes, sir.
core Java. That official name is Java Standard Edition. Core Java is public term, or you can say mass term. That present vendor of Java is Oracle Corporation. Previous vendor, Sun Microsystems. They never used this term core Java in their documentation. Official term is Java Standard Edition, or you can say Java SE, SE, or public term, mass term, core Java. Core Java is sufficient for Selenium. Advanced Java means Java Enterprise Edition not required. Java has general point. Java has three important editions. One is Java Standard Edition or Core Java. Second one, Java Enterprise Edition or Advanced Java. Third one is Java Micro Edition or JME. It is for small devices like mobiles. Okay na Bhairappa, any confusion?
Oh, sir.
Come to mainstream. Now guide me, Bhairappa. Introduction to Selenium WebDriver. Our chapter is Introduction to Selenium WebDriver. In this chapter, we are going to discuss three topics. First topic name, Selenium, Introduction to Selenium WebDriver only. Chapter name, topic name same. Okay. Next, second one, Selenium WebDriver environment setup. Last one, verify the environment. Means write first Selenium test case and run. Okay. First I am taking this one. Observe theory. Observe Vijay. Introduction to Selenium WebDriver. Vijay, Selenium components. We have 4 components. See, in that official site of Selenium, seleniumhq.org, you can find this term Selenium components, or another name Selenium's Selenium tools suite. Observe Vijay, in this suite you can find 4 tools, or you can say 4 components of Selenium. It is also correct term. Actually, in software environment, component means unit, means part of the system or part of the software application. Suppose in my banking software application, suppose my banking system, internet banking system application, we have 10 components, means 10 parts. But here, meaning is different. That seleniumhq.org, official website of Selenium, used this term, Selenium components or Selenium tools suite. Say, some are saying Selenium WebDriver is testing framework. Some are asking nowadays, is it tool? Selenium WebDriver, is it tool? Some are saying it is not tool. It is just a testing framework. Okay, but in Selenium official site, seleniumhq.org, you can find these two terms. Selenium component. Selenium WebDriver is one of the component of Selenium. Yes. Otherwise, you can say it is one of the tool of Selenium tools suite. Yes, you can say according to seleniumhq.org. Seleniumhq.org, it is a tool, part of Selenium tools suite. They used these both the terms, Selenium components or Selenium tools. And you can find one sentence in seleniumhq.org documentation. Selenium is a set of software tools. Tool, they use a tool term. Okay, now Vijay, are you following? Getting the conclusion? Vijay not responding.
Yeah, sir. Yeah, sir. Got it, sir.
Some are saying Selenium WebDriver as testing framework.
Tool. Framework.
Testing framework. Some are arguing nowadays. Is it tool? They are explaining. No, it is not tool. It is just a testing framework like. No.
Testing framework.
No. It is tool also. Okay. You may use that term also. Selenium WebDriver is a testing framework. Okay. But basically it is a tool. Why? How can you say? I am not bothering about technical details. According to seleniumhq.org, official site of Selenium, Selenium is one of the tool in Selenium tools suite. You can say Selenium WebDriver is one of the Selenium component or one of the Selenium tool. Okay, na Bhairappa? Ask me any queries.
Yes,
sir, I have a question. Sir, if somebody will ask which framework are you using, so can we say the WebDriver we are using as a framework?
No. WebDriver is not framework actually. Some are saying nowadays WebDriver is testing framework like. Actually, it is not framework. It is a tool only. Okay. Framework means not only automation framework, Preeti. Framework means, suppose if you frame all testing items in one place, that you can name as framework. For tool also you can use framework. Framework has wide names, but when you try to explain automation framework, don't say we are using Selenium WebDriver also framework like. Getting?
Okay, sir.
And
so
one
what
more
do
thing,
we need?
Preeti, Selenium WebDriver, you just say it is a tool or it is a Selenium component. If any interviewer asks, according to seleniumhq.org, it is a tool. In that website, you can explain like this. In that website, in their documentation, you can find Selenium is a set of software tools like. And one more thing, IPM, Preeti Joshi, nowadays IPM, so many people calling IPM is a test tool for mobile testing, but in their documentation, IPM.io site, you can find IPM is mobile testing framework. Observe, Preeti Joshi, here
Yes, sir.
framework also different meanings. Your framework is just for project test automation based on any tool, you gather all resources and use. That is your automation framework. But this framework is complete tool. Getting?
Okay, sir.
No, you are not satisfied. Tell me, what is your problem?
Yes, sir. If somebody will ask which uh, what is that? Which framework are you using in Selenium? So what we need to say?
I'm not using any framework. You can say like that. Yes, framework is it mandatory? No. Without framework also you can automate any software project using any supported test tool like UFT or RFT or Selenium WebDriver. Otherwise, you can say we are using TestNG testing framework or any third-party framework. Observe, Preeti,
Yes, sir.
automation frameworks are third-party frameworks. TestNG, they're different. In order to overcome Selenium WebDriver limitations, we use these testing frameworks. This framework is different. If you try to use automation framework like keyword-driven framework, hybrid framework, etc., those are third-party frameworks, and using framework is not mandatory. You can say we are using keyword-driven framework like. Any problem?
No, sir.
And one more thing.
So we can say the test engine. Can we
TestNG
say
framework
test
is again different. See, why do you question?
engine?
Selenium WebDriver, that is also testing framework, that is different. Same like IPM. IPM also tested tool, but some are saying, not some are saying, that vendor also saying, when not vendor, that is open source. Official site also saying IPM is mobile testing framework. That framework means complete resources for automating software applications as like tool. Next, automation framework, keyword driven framework, hybrid framework, data driven framework. These are different. These are third party, and you can use your own names also. Own names also. Suppose if I say I am using ABCD framework in my company. If I explain the proper process, then interviewer has to accept that one. Why? ABCD framework may be there. Third party. Okay. Generic names are keyword driven framework. Next, hybrid framework, etc. And one more thing, Preeti Joshi, TestNG. TestNG framework is different. TestNG testing framework, it is not third party, open source, but standard framework. It is for overcoming limitations of Selenium WebDriver. And one more thing, Preeti Joshi, TestNG not only for system testing. Actually, TestNG, JUnit were created for unit testing. Developers use those frameworks, but nowadays these can be used for all levels of testing: unit testing, integration testing, system testing, and acceptance testing. That framework is different. These three are three unique, but name is framework only. Any problem?
No, sir, I'm good. Thank you.
Welcome. And you try to analyze these three things. You get information. These three are different. Selenium WebDriver, that is tool-like. TestNG framework, standard framework. Automation framework like keyword-driven framework, third-party framework. That framework purpose is different. And anyhow, if it is TestNG or third-party framework, keyword-driven framework, we use for optimization in order to overcome the tool limitations and for easily maintaining the automation resources. The only difference is TestNG framework is standard. You cannot change that one. You have to use as it is. And not only for system testing, also for other levels of testing. Basically, it was created for unit testing. Any confusion, Preeti Joshi?
No, sir, I'm good. Thank you.
Good. Selenium, good question. Selenium IDE. Continue, Bhairappa. Selenium
Sir, Selenium
IDE.
IDE, then RC, then with Selenium RC,
Selenium remote control. Next.
Selenium WebDriver,
Good. Selenium WebDriver.
Selenium Grid.
Good. Just a minute. Selenium WebDriver. WebDriver is not dictionary word, but try to use W capital and D also capital. They are using like that. Don't ask why capital W. That is vendor defined. Don't ask. Next, Selenium Grid. And one more thing, Vijay, this is outdated.
Selenium RC.
RC is
Sir.
outdated. Successor of RC is WebDriver. WebDriver.
Sir, but still it is.
Not still. In Selenium 3 it removed. I'm going to explain that.
Okay, sir.
Not still. Observe.
Okay, sir.
This is components of Selenium. Next, versions.
Version 2.
Versions of Selenium. Versions of Selenium. Observe. Suppose Selenium 1.0. In this, you can find Bhairappa Selenium IDE, Integrated Development Environment, plus only understanding purpose. Selenium Remote Control. Next, Selenium Grid. Selenium Grid. Next, Selenium 2, Vijay. Selenium 2. In this Selenium 2, Selenium WebDriver merged. Observe, Selenium, avoid the disturbance, Selenium 1 plus Selenium WebDriver. And one more thing, Bhairappa, Selenium WebDriver was launched in order to overcome the limitations of RC. It is successor of RC. If we use Selenium WebDriver, then no need to use Selenium RC. Why? Same purpose. For example, IDE. IDE purpose is different. Both are for creating and executing test cases only. But Selenium IDE has a recording feature. By recording, you can create tests and execute. But Selenium RC, Selenium WebDriver, both are same in purpose. We need to write the code only, and they support various programming languages, various operating environments, various browsers also. Here, Bhairappa, in this 4 tools, Selenium WebDriver merged Selenium WebDriver. Now guess, Vijay, why they are carrying Selenium RC in Selenium 2? Already WebDriver merged with same purpose, not only purpose, with some advanced or additional features. Why they still carried this one? Selenium RC by Vijay? Vijay not responding. You tell me, Preeti Joshi.
For maintaining the
Yes,
project?
for maintenance projects. Suppose while launching Selenium 2 in the industry, 100 projects in various companies running using Selenium RC. Suppose middle of the testing, for those projects they carried Selenium RC in Selenium 2 suite also. But for new projects, you can use Selenium WebDriver. Nowadays, now so many years gone, now Selenium 3.0 released in September 2006. September 2016. In this suite, they removed RC. Suppose in your company, one or two old projects used Selenium RC. That time you try to install Selenium 2 only, but Selenium 3 they removed that one. See, Selenium WebDriver. Observe, Bhairappa, Vijay, any confusion?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand the
No, sir.
versions of Selenium?
Yes, sir.
Tools of Selenium, versions of Selenium. Now, okay, go back for some time. I will call you later. Now come Balasubramaniam.
Yes, sir.
Selenium WebDriver. Some points about Selenium WebDriver, Balasubramaniam. When it was launched in 2006. Actually, Selenium launched in 2004, but Selenium WebDriver launched in 2006. Selenium WebDriver, just a minute. WebDriver was launched where? At Google, but open source only. This is first point. Observe Srisha. Next, in 2008, in the year 2008, the whole Selenium team decided to merge Selenium WebDriver with Selenium RC, means Selenium 1, in order to form more powerful tool called Selenium 2. Now Selenium 3. Okay, na Smriti Pandey, Are you following?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Observe Balasubramaniam. First, I will explain Selenium. You tell me already, I think in first two chapters, overview, introduction to Selenium chapters. First two chapters we discussed. Selenium, I think in first chapter only it came.
Yes, sir.
Selenium WebDriver, Selenium WebDriver features. Balasubramaniam. Selenium WebDriver features. Tell me one by one. Okay, okay, just a minute. Before discussing about programming platforms, operating environments, and others, I I will explain one or 2 points. Uh, it is a it is a most important tool, most important tool in Selenium Suite. Uh, Observe Srisha, why it is most important tool? Suppose we have four tools. Observe my justification. We have four tools. Forget about this Selenium RC. Nowadays it is outdated and it was removed from latest version of Selenium 3. So eliminate this Selenium RC. Next, how many tools? Three tools: Selenium IDE, Selenium WebDriver, Selenium Grid. What I am saying, it is a most powerful tool in Selenium Suite. It is a most powerful tool in Selenium Suite. Why? Suppose
Because
Selenium IDE versus Selenium WebDriver. Selenium IDE is prototyping tool. It has recording feature, but it is not suitable for complex test design. Why? It doesn't support programming, only
interface.
command-based tool. So Selenium WebDriver is powerful, more powerful than IDE. Leave it. RC eliminated. Next, Grid versus WebDriver. Selenium Grid. Actually, this comparison not required. Why? Selenium Grid is not for test design. Selenium
Yes,
Grid only for test execution, parallel test execution. Selenium WebDriver, Selenium WebDriver for both test design and test execution. Selenium IDE, both Selenium test design and execution, but Selenium IDE doesn't support programming. Next, we no need to compare Selenium WebDriver and Selenium Grid. Why? Selenium Grid is not for test design, only for test
test
execution.
execution.
Then if Selenium WebDriver is also suitable for test execution, then why Selenium Grid? Parallel test execution. That is the primary purpose of Selenium Grid. Now, observe Preeti Joshi. Now you can say it is most powerful tool in Selenium Suite. Justify this sentence. Preeti Joshi.
Yes, sir.
Justify this sentence. I am saying it is the most important tool in Selenium Suite. Why? Okay, Preeti Joshi. You tell me, Balasubramaniam, why?
It supports programming interface
Mm, tell me the one by one concepts. It's not the way to explain the concept.
and it supports various browsers,
Mm,
operating systems.
It is used
Selenium
to
Grid also supports
execute.
various browsers. Sirisha,
Sel-
It is used to execute and run test cases.
See, you are starting at middle of the concept, as like Balasubramaniam and others. Observe once again. It is a most important tool in Selenium Suite. Why? Basically, start this. Basically, Selenium has four components or tools: Selenium IDE, Selenium RC, Selenium WebDriver, and Selenium Grid. But nowadays, Selenium RC outdated. That's why Selenium team removed that Selenium RC in latest version of Selenium, Selenium 3. Now only three tools: Selenium IDE, Selenium WebDriver, and Selenium Grid. Next, first take Selenium IDE. Selenium IDE versus Selenium WebDriver. Selenium WebDriver is powerful. How? Selenium IDE is prototype tool. It doesn't support programming, only record and run. It is not suitable for complex test design. So, Selenium WebDriver is powerful than Selenium IDE. Next, another tool, compare with Grid. Here we no need to compare Selenium WebDriver with Selenium Grid. Why? First of all, Selenium Grid is not for test case design, only for test execution. But Selenium WebDriver is for both test case design and execution. So final conclusion, Selenium WebDriver is powerful tool than other tools of Selenium. Okay, na Sirisha, any confusion?
No, sir.
Preeti Joshi, any confusion?
No, sir, I'm good.
Okay, cool. Next point, it has, why I'm explaining this concept, these are core concepts. Not only surviving the job, getting the job also important. Facing the interviews is first step. So try to analyze the things, not only for getting the job interviews, after getting the job, surviving the job. For surviving the job also analyzation required. It means Selenium WebDriver. Okay, just a minute. Selenium WebDriver is a most important tool in Selenium Suite. Next, Selenium WebDriver has programming interface, but no IDE, Bhairappa, no integrated development environment. I'm going to justify this concept. Observe, Vijay. It has programming interface. Means you can use programming concepts. Editor available. The editor also we need to take support from Eclipse IDE, like for each and everything you need to write the code. For each and everything you need to write the code in Selenium WebDriver. It has no IDE, no integrated development environment, means no tool features. No tool features. Suppose if it is Selenium IDE, Selenium IDE has tool features. IDE means tool features. Selenium IDE, name itself saying it is IDE, it has IDE. In Selenium IDE, you can find record and run features. By using these features, you can create test cases and run. But in Selenium WebDriver, no IDE, no tool features, only programming interface. For each and everything, you need to write the code. Here, I will I will provide a small case study. Observe, Bhairappa, Selenium IDE. Selenium IDE has integrated development environment. Integrated development environment means tool features. Using these tool features, you can create test cases. Next, Selenium. And one more thing, Bhairappa. Here, it doesn't support programming. No programming. No programming. So it is not suitable for complex test case design. That is different case. Anyhow, that we will discuss in Selenium IDE chapter. Selenium WebDriver. Selenium WebDriver has programming interface, but no IDE. Means no tool features. Record, run, object repository, like no tool features. Next, I'm comparing with another one. UFT Vijay, Unified Functional Testing, formerly Quick Test Professional. It has both
Record and play by
both IDE,
and
observe Srisha, as well as programming interface. Programming interface. Now, which one is better? Which one is superior?
Both are-
Or which one is good? UFT or Selenium WebDriver? We can't
both
say.
has its own
We
importance.
can't say. In interviews also you can say like that. You can't say. Okay. UFT may have both IDE as well as programming interface to create test cases easily. But Selenium WebDriver having other advantages. For example, it supports various operating environments. This one, MS Windows, Linux, Mac, etc. But UFT supports Windows only, not Linux, etc. Next, Selenium WebDriver. Selenium WebDriver. Selenium WebDriver supports various programming platforms to write test scripts. Java, .NET, Perl, Python, Ruby and PHP. You can use any one of these programming languages. But UFT formerly QTP supports only VB script. Both are having their own advantages and disadvantages. And one more thing, Bhairappa, UFT has both IDE as well as programming interface to write tests easily. But Selenium WebDriver having only programming interface but no IDE. Then what is the problem? Using programming interface, you can write any test case. You can do everything. Using just IDE, you can't do all the things. For example, Selenium IDE doesn't support data-driven testing. No programming support. Using just IDE, or you can say using just tool features, you cannot write all types of test cases. But using programming interface, you can do everything. Okay, writing test steps may take some time. Why? No tool feature support. Writing test steps may take some time, some efforts, but you can achieve everything. Got the point, Bhairappa? Any confusion?
Yes, sir.
And one more thing, Vijay.
No, sir.
UFT having, I worked for UFT for I think 5 or 6 projects, 3+ years. First windrunner, my automation career, first windrunner, first automation, first manual testing, then windrunner, then UFT, some 1 or 2 projects load runner also, then last 2 years Selenium WebDriver. Okay. Observe Vijay, in UFT you can easily write test case. Why? ID also there. Suppose if you want to create a test script, for that you can use UFT tool recording feature. Otherwise, if you know the syntax, Bhairappa, you can type test scripts. Suppose if you want to insert verification point in UFT, for that you can use UFT tool feature checkpoints. Otherwise,
Yes, sir.
VB script flow control statements, VB script conditional statements, if condition, etc. But in WebDriver, no tool features. For everything, we need to write the code only. What about Selenium ID? Selenium ID has recording feature, but no programming. So we cannot apply programming logic in Selenium IDE test cases. We can apply programming logic in Selenium WebDriver and UFT also. Okay, VB script. Okay, programming logic. It has IDE also, but ID. Without ID also you can achieve everything using programming. It may take some time for creating test cases. Some efforts also required, but everything is possible. And one small case study observe and sub case study. Observe Preeti Joshi. You know, computer programming. C language is there. Next VB, nowadays VB.NET, previously VB also there. What is C language, Preeti? What is C language? It is a programming language. It is a programming language. What is C? What is C? It is a programming language. What is VB? It is also programming language. VB script, scripting language. VB script is scripting language, lightweight version of VB programming language, and you can say VB script was derived from VB programming language. Observe, Bhairappa, C is programming language. VB also programming language. Then what is the difference between C and VB? C is general programming language. You use any editor for writing C code, and by using compiler you can compile the code and run. What about VB? VB is programming language from Microsoft, and VB has IDE. In computer programming, two important things for Preeti. One is UI design. UI design. User interface design. Suppose in my first screen, 3 objects. Username 8 box, password 8 box, click OK button, next click cancel button. Suppose 4 elements are objects in my user interface. Suppose after entering username and password, then click OK, then it will redirect to next screen, that is functionality. okayna Preeti Joshi? Purpose of
So what does
programming.
that mean, sir?
Pardon?
UI design means what?
UI design means
UI
user interface design. User interface, home page. Suppose 10 links. Next second page, one form. That is user interface. Any problem?
No, sir.
This is elementary standard thing. This one. UI design. UI means user interface. Observe. Just a minute. What is this one? This is google.co.in user interface. In this, you can find Google image, Gmail link, images link, next one edit box, next Google search button, I am feeling lucky button, and some Hindi, Telugu, Kannada like links. This is user interface. Objects are elements present in this user interface. What is the problem, Preeti Joshi?
Good, sir.
Welcome.
I'm good.
Welcome. And one more thing, observe, Preeti Joshi. Purpose of this is not our syllabus. Try to understand the concept. Purpose of programming, computer programming is one is user interface design, another is define functionality. Suppose designing this Gmail link, that is UI design. Suppose writing functionality by clicking this link, redirecting to another page, that is functionality. That is functionality. Okay. Next, if it is C language, Preeti, for these two things, UI design and functionality, we need to write the code. We need to write the code. If it is VB, VB also programming language, but VB has IDE, integrated development environment. Using those features, you can easily define the environment. You can easily define the environment. Suppose if you want to create one web form, in VB, ID available. In that ID, you can find objects. Suppose drag, edit box, drop, and resize, and change the name. Drag and drop. Suppose I want one radio button. Drag from VB features. For functionality only, you can write the code. For user interface design, VB provides predefined features, internal features. For functionality only, you can write the code. If it is C language, for each and everything you need to write the code, Vijay. For user interface, you need to write the code. No features available in C language. For each and everything you need to write the code in C language. But in VB, for UI design, you no need to write the code. Some tool features available, you drag and drop. For functionality only, you can write the code. Which one is easy? Which one is easier to write programs? VB. Why? It has IDE. It reduces some user efforts, not all. Which one is powerful? VB is easy. Which one is powerful? C or VB? C language. Why? C doesn't have features. No IDE. No IDE. Then what is the problem? We can achieve everything using C language. Suppose if it is VB, VB has ready-made environment. Suppose enter username, password, click sign in button. After that, you can get next screen. Using those built-in features only, you can design the application. Suppose if it is C language, suppose my intention is like this. First screen, user login. Enter username, password, click OK button. After clicking OK button, I want waterfalls, welcome message. After that, redirect to next page. Yes, you can achieve using C language. It doesn't have ready-made environment. That is the power of C. Okay, even though it doesn't have ID, but you can achieve everything. Same thing, same concept can be applied for Selenium WebDriver. Selenium WebDriver doesn't have ID. Then what? You can achieve everything using programming. Vijay, did you observe this concept? Any confusion, Vijay? Got the point? Vijay,
Sir,
Sirish.
got it, sir.
Okay, Vijay. Sirisha, what is the? Did you get the did you get the point?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Preeti Joshi, any confusion? Preeti Joshi.
No, sir, I am good.
Okay. Observe Preeti Joshi. Now come to other points. Other points I think we already discussed. Other points we already discussed. Come once again. Selenium WebDriver. Earlier we discussed these features for entire Selenium suite. This time only for this particular tool. Selenium WebDriver supports various programming languages to write test scripts. Preeti Joshi, it supports various programming languages. You no need to use all programming languages. You can use any one of those programming languages. What are they? Java, Python, next C, C Sharp, .NET. In .NET, it supports C Sharp .NET only. Some are saying Selenium supports .NET. .NET is suite of technologies. In the .NET suite, you can find 30 to 35 technologies. VB.NET, C Sharp .NET, ASP.NET, VC++.NET, etc. Selenium WebDriver doesn't support VB.NET, ASP.NET, etc. C Sharp.NET. Next, Ruby, important one, Perl. Next, hypertext preprocessor, PHP. Abbreviation, this short form is Volta. Okay, full form is hypertext preprocessor. You can use any one of those. And Smriti Pandey, whereas UFT, competitor of Selenium, UFT supports only one language. What is that?
VB scripts.
Yes, UFT supports Visual Basic Scripting Edition. Short form is VB script. VB script only. Okay. Next, Selenium ID. Selenium ID doesn't support programming. Next, come to next point. Bala Subramaniam. Just a minute. Selenium WebDriver. Selenium WebDriver supports various browsers. I'll put mute some background noise coming from Bala Subramaniam side. Browsers to create and execute execute test cases. Observe Smriti Pandey, try to understand this point.
Yes, sir.
Selenium WebDriver supports various browsers. Observe three popular browsers of industry. What are the three popular browsers? Old one, IE. Next, as per history, old one, Internet Explorer. Next, Mozilla Firefox launched. Next, Google Chrome. But nowadays, market share point of view, I'm not discussing about server side market share, server side IE and Mozilla. I'm discussing about client side. Most of the time we use client side testing. When it compares, discuss about client side, most popular browsers are, what are the popular browsers, Preeti Joshi, as per market share?
Firefox.
As per market share,
Chrome.
what are the popular browsers? As per history, I told IE, Mozilla Firefox, third one Google Chrome. But as per market share,
Google Chrome.
Google Chrome. This is one of the product from Google. Next, Mozilla.
Firefox.
Mozilla Firefox. Next, IE. Nowadays, in Windows 10 version, you can find that name. What is that name? MS Edge. It is equivalent. Same only, but they changed the name. Observe Bhairappa. Microsoft Internet Explorer now called as Bhairappa. Not responding. Next, Safari, Opera. Forget about Safari and Opera. First three are popular browsers. Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, and Microsoft Internet Explorer. Now new name Microsoft Edge. These three only having more than 90% market share. Okay. Next, Selenium WebDriver supports various browsers to create and execute test cases. What is the meaning? Suppose in my project, observe Preeti Joshi, observe my explanation. Suppose in my project, I am using Mozilla Firefox as browser for launching my web application. Yes, you can use Selenium WebDriver. You create test cases for your project using Mozilla Firefox driver. Sorry, driver we will discuss later. Using Mozilla Firefox browser. After that, execute test cases using Mozilla Firefox browser. Suppose Chrome, create test cases and execute. IE, create test cases and execute. And one more thing, Preeti Joshi, observe this typical point. Suppose I want to execute my Mozilla Firefox test cases on Chrome browser. Yes, you can execute. Test cases, common. Test steps in test cases, common. But what is the difference? Browser driver only varies from one browser to another. Suppose I have one test case called login. In that login test case, 11 test steps, 11 statements. These steps or statements are common for any browser. The only difference is browser driver that we use as first 1 or 2 lines. Suppose I create a test case for Mozilla first. I executed already. Suppose I want to execute this same test case on Internet Explorer. Yes, you can, no problem. You just change that browser driver to IE, remaining steps common, you can execute. Final conclusion, test steps in test cases. Test steps in Selenium test cases are common. The only difference is browser driver. Browser driver, how to use browser driver I will show in practical chapter, I think tomorrow. Say browser driver only varies from one browser to another. Test cases are common. Any problem? Smriti Pandey, did you understand this concept?
Yes, sir, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay, welcome. Preeti Joshi, any problem this concept?
I'm good, sir.
Okay, cool. Observe. Now observe Preeti Joshi. Observe this point. Selenium supports various operating environments. To conduct testing. Observe Smriti Pandey. It supports Microsoft Windows, next Linux, next Mac, full form is Macintosh. Just a minute. Macintosh, Apple OS, etc. Observe Preeti, not Preeti, Smriti Pandey. Whereas
Yes,
competitor of Selenium WebDriver supports only
Windows.
Okay. Next, observe Bhairappa. What is this various operating environment support? Suppose our AUT stands for application under test. Suppose our AUT means our application is banking application, internet banking system. Our application installed on MS Windows. Yes, you can use Selenium WebDriver for testing. You can install and use Selenium WebDriver on Windows platform, Windows operating environment. Suppose my AUT application under test installed on Linux. Yes, I can use Selenium WebDriver for testing. We can install Selenium WebDriver on Linux and test. Suppose if it is UFT, formerly QTP, we can't install UFT on Linux. If it is MS Windows, you can install and use. If it is Selenium WebDriver, suppose our AUT deployed on MS Windows, you can use WebDriver. Suppose our application under test installed in Linux environment, you can use Selenium WebDriver. Suppose our application on Mac environment, yes, you can use Selenium WebDriver for testing. Okay now, Vijay Bhairappa, any confusion? Vijay responding slowly. Vijay, any confusion? Okay. What about you? Okay, Vijay. Okay, Vijay. Okay. Vijay, I think Vijay voice device is not working properly. Uh, you tell me, Sirisha, did you understand this concept?
Yes, sir.
Bala Subramaniam, did you understand this WebDriver supports various operating environments?
Yes, sir. Got it, sir.
Okay, cool. Next, come to the next point. Selenium WebDriver supports batch testing. Batch testing. UFT also support. Forget about UFT. I am explaining Selenium WebDriver features. Some features may not supported by UFT. Forget about that. But what I am explaining is Selenium WebDriver features. Okay, batch testing. Okay, UFT also supports batch testing. Leave it. Batch testing. What is batch testing? Executing series of tests without human user interaction. We can execute series of tests. Actually, it is one of the advantage of test automation over manual testing. In manual testing, for each and every test case execution, human user interaction is mandatory. But in test automation, human user interaction is optional in test execution. For test design, it is mandatory, but for test execution, optional. You can create, suppose, 1,000 test cases, form 50 test batches or 20 test batches, and you can conduct 24 by 7 testing. What is 24 by 7 testing, Preeti? Preeti Joshi. What is 24 by 7 testing? 24 by 7. Test tools support 24 by 7 testing. What is 24 by 7 testing? 24 hours, 7 days means round the clock
Yeah,
and round
continuously it
the
will
week.
work, sir.
Pardon?
Yeah,
Yes,
continuously it will work.
continuous execution without human user interaction. Round the clock, round the week. On night timings also you can set that one. Okay. Batch testing is one of the advantage of test automation, not only Selenium WebDriver. Next, it also supports data-driven testing. Observe, Preeti, what is data-driven testing? Testing the same functionality with multiple sets of test data. Why testing with multiple sets of data? Suppose for one input, my application feature is responding fine. My application functionality is working fine. Then why I need to test with multiple sets of test data? Same test case. Why we need to test same functionality with multiple sets of test data? For positive and negative testing. Okay, my application is accepting valid inputs and providing correct output. What about handling invalid outputs? It has to accept valid inputs and prevent invalid inputs. For that, we conduct data-driven testing. Next, cross-browser testing. What is cross-browser testing? Executing tests against various browsers or all popular browsers. This depends on customer interest. Not only customer interest, suppose we are testing public web application. See, web applications two types, public web applications and private web applications. Suppose ICICbank.com, that is public web application, that we need to conduct cross-browser testing also. Why? Say for ICICbank.com, for ICICI Bank, so many customers, lakhs of customers. Some customers use Windows, some customers use Mozilla Firefox browser, some customers use IE, some customers prefer Chrome, Google Chrome. It has to support all popular browsers. Otherwise, end user may get dissatisfaction. So for public web applications, we need to conduct cross-browser testing. If it is private web application, suppose ALM, Application Lifecycle Management, formerly Quality Center. Suppose you can deploy ALM in World Wide Web also, not only intranet. In internet also, you can deploy private applications. Suppose we deployed ALM, Application Lifecycle Management, in internet, World Wide Web. We have 4 offices. One is in Singapore, another is in Bangalore, third one is Mumbai, fourth one is London. We can access that ALM from all these offices. Why? We are using internet protocol. Okay. But for private applications, cross-browser testing optional. Why? Private application, we can restrict the users. We can say, you use to our employees, you use Mozilla Firefox browser only or Chrome only, like that. But for public applications, we cannot restrict the users. If you restrict the users, they may get dissatisfaction. Okay, it has to, public applications have to support all popular environments. Okay, na? Preeti Joshi, any confusion? Not responding.
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Sirisha?
No, sir.
Okay, cool. What about you, Bala Subramaniam?
Yes, sir. Got it, sir.
Okay, cool. And database is single word. Database testing. Say, nowadays, for every enterprise application, banking or insurance or ERP, for every enterprise application, database is important, backend testing is important. Okay, our Selenium supports all these. Observe Smriti Pandey. Tell me this last point regarding Selenium WebDriver, Smriti Pandey. Tell me this last point.
Yeah, Selenium WebDriver supports database testing.
Not only database.
Okay.
Complete entire sentence.
Selenium WebDriver supports batch testing.
Good. Batch testing.
Data-driven testing, cross-browser testing, and database testing.
Good. Now come to another point, Smriti Pandey. Another point. Selenium WebDriver is fast in execution than other tools of Selenium Suite. Over UFT also. Observe. Selenium, observe Vijay, Selenium WebDriver is faster in execution over other tools in Selenium Suite and UFT, formerly QTP also. Why, Sirisha? See, Selenium WebDriver has only programming interface, no tool features. Suppose if it is Selenium IDE, tool features are there, record, etc. If we suppose UFT, tool features are there, recording, checkpoints, output values, etc. If we use tool features, suppose if you want to insert a check, if you want to insert a verification point in your test case, for that you can use UFT tool feature, checkpoint, or VB script feature, conditional statement. If we use conditional statement, that is programming feature, no burden on UFT tool, so it will execute quickly. Suppose if we use UFT tool feature checkpoint for the same purpose, checkpoint is UFT tool feature, burden on UFT tool, slower in execution. Selenium WebDriver doesn't have any tool features. For each and everything we need to write the code. So it is faster in execution than other tools. Why? No burden on tool. Getting this point, Sirisha?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, observe Selenium WebDriver supports parallel testing. Parallel testing, it is partial only. I will explain. With the help of testing, with the help of testing framework, either example JUnit or TestNG. If we use Java as programming, suppose if we use C# for C#.NET, NUnit. See, this testing framework depends on programming platform. Anyhow, we are going to use Java in our training, so consider JUnit or TestNG. Observe Preeti Joshi. Actually, for parallel testing, what is parallel testing? What is parallel testing? Executing test cases in parallel against various browsers and using various missions. Getting the point, Preeti Joshi? Parallel testing. Executing test cases in parallel using various missions and browsers, etc. What is the advantage of parallel testing? Using parallel testing, we can reduce the test execution time. We can save the time. We can save the test execution time. How? Suppose I created Observe scenario 1. Get the deep explanation, detailed explanation. Scenario 1 created 400 test cases. Observe, Preeti, suppose each case, average, each test case takes 2 minutes for execution. Total, how many minutes time approximately, Preeti Joshi, for executing these 400 cases?
800 minutes.
800 minutes. This is general testing. Suppose parallel testing. Suppose taking 2 or 4 systems. Suppose taking 2 machines or 2 computers, and I distributed test cases 200 on first computer, remaining in second computer. Now, what is that? How much time required?
400.
400 minutes. We reduced the time using parallel testing. This is scenario 1, Preeti Joshi. Observe scenario 2. Scenario 2. Scenario 2. Created 100 test cases. Customer asked for cross-browser testing. Cross-browser testing is required for our project. Say, cross-browser testing on, all of you put mute, Chrome, Firefox, and IE. Total, how much time? Sirisha, how much time? 100 cases. Cross-browser testing required according to our project. Customer interest also. How much time required? Suppose, I didn't specify. Suppose each case requires 3 minutes. Now tell me how much time required?
300 minutes, sir.
300 minutes.
Is it only one machine or 2 machines, sir?
One machine, general. I didn't say parallel testing.
Okay. Different browsers, but
My scenario is general testing, 100 test cases. Each case requires average 3 minutes. Cross-browsing testing required
900 minutes, sir.
900 minutes. 300 into 300, 900 minutes. 900 minutes. Suppose in the second scenario, parallel testing using 3 computers. I distributed here no need to distribute test cases. Suppose I am executing 100 test cases using IE on computer 1. Next, Mozilla Firefox computer 2. Same, all 100 test cases. Computer 2 and Chrome on computer 3. Observe Sirisha, we are going to execute 100 test cases in all 3 missions, but in first mission 100 test cases using Internet Explorer, on second mission 100 test cases using Mozilla Firefox, on third mission 100 test cases using Google Chrome. Total how many how much time required?
300 minutes, sir.
300 minutes. 300 minutes. So final conclusion, Sirisha, using parallel testing, we can distribute the test execution and reduce the code size. Smriti Pandey, did you understand this parallel testing?
Yes, sir, I'm good, thank you.
And one more thing, actually Selenium WebDriver doesn't support parallel testing. With the help of testing framework you can. And one more thing, here one small condition is there. Parallel testing, Selenium WebDriver plus testing framework. Here observe, Sirisha, single computer only. Here you can ask one question. How can you distribute test execution works with a single computer? Yes, we can distribute. We can create, if we have high configured system, then we can, just a minute. If we have high configured system, then just a minute. Then we can distribute the test cases using node concept, NODE, that we'll discuss later. You just remember this one, using single computer. We can't use multiple computers. Next, parallel testing with Selenium Grid. Here no other support required, using multiple computers. Okay, na Srisha, any confusion? Observe this parallel testing concept. Preeti Joshi.
Yeah, can I ask you one question?
Ask me.
Yeah, scenario 1. Okay. In that, the parallel testing, we are using 2 computers. So in this scenario,
here you consider only Selenium Grid. Forget about Selenium WebDriver. Hello?
Yes, sir.
You consider only Selenium Grid, but Selenium WebDriver also supports, but partial. You eliminate Selenium WebDriver. I will show both. Not both. In our syllabus, no Selenium grid. In our syllabus, no Selenium grid. Selenium WebDriver. I will show Selenium WebDriver. But in this scenario, you eliminate the Selenium WebDriver. Consider Selenium grid. Then what is the problem?
No problem, sir.
No problem. And one more thing. Just a minute. Good question. Suppose if you are using scenario 1, just a minute. Scenario 1, parallel testing using Selenium grid. Observe my conclusion. Using Selenium grid. Suppose parallel testing using, just a minute. Good question. Parallel testing using Selenium WebDriver. Suppose use not two computers, two nodes. What is node? That we will discuss in TestNG chapter. Two nodes in the computer. You distribute the computer, single computer. Suppose 200 on, all of you put mute. First node remaining on second node. Now observe Preeti Joshi. Here we are using only single computer. It may have high configuration. Anyhow, single computer. It won't reduce to 400 minutes. I think it will take 550 to 580 minutes. But 800 minutes. Suppose 550 minutes to 600 minutes. Definitely we can reduce the time. Now observe Preeti Joshi. Did you understand this conclusion?
So the last line. So we can use two nodes or many nodes also, right?
Yes, many nodes. 10 nodes, 20 nodes. Yes, many nodes. But suppose your system is high configured system, your nodes. But what will happen? Suppose my system configuration is 1 unit. Example, 1 unit. Or 10 GB RAM. Or suppose my system having i7 processor. Next 25 GB RAM. These two only important for memory. Hard disk negligible. Hard disk only for storage. Processor capacity and RAM. Random access memory. Suppose my processor is latest processor, i7 processor. Next RAM is 20 or 25 GB RAM. Latest example. Suppose I created two nodes. Suppose it is taking 500 minutes. Suppose 4 nodes. Yes, you can create 4 nodes. But what will happen? Single mission na Preeti Joshi. What will happen? That memory will be distributed to all na. Then what is the use?
Yes, sir.
I think a simple use or no use. If it is multiple missions, you will have use. Getting?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if it
So
is
in two nodes, are we using different browsers, sir?
different browsers also. Yes,
Okay.
yes, you can use different browsers also, or same browser also. Here you can follow these two. Scenario one, same browser na 400. Here I'm not saying browser. Scenario two, different browsers. Yes, you can use this nodes, these nodes for two scenarios. Then what is the problem?
I'm good, sir.
Okay,
Thank you.
and one more thing, Preeti, don't go for number of nodes. Two or three, enough. Don't go for number of nodes. Why? Single computer. Suppose if it is multiple computers using Selenium grade, yes, you can go for multiple computers. Every computer having its own configuration. Okay, I'm going to close today's session. It is incomplete. Today we will complete. Observe Balasubramaniam, Introduction to Selenium WebDriver. Any queries, Balasubramaniam, regarding this today's session?
No queries, sir. Thank you.
Welcome. Vijay. Jyotirmay. Okay, Vijay. Okay, Vijay. Welcome. Jyotirmay. Okay, Jyotirmay, we are not getting. Bhairappa Vijay typed his way. Okay, Jyotirmay, put mute. We are not getting anything. Preeti Joshi, any queries?
No, sir, I'm good. Thank you so much.
Welcome. Sirisha,
No queries, sir. I'm good, thank you.
welcome. Smriti Pandey, any queries?
No, sir, thank you.
Welcome. We will meet tomorrow, same time.